Dear Dhamma friends, let's walk together, barefoot on the path of inquiry, not chained by dogma but liberated by discernment. Once, the Blessed One, the Buddha, set out on foot, not in a chariot, not in a royal palanquin, certainly not on a tourist bus with complimentary peanuts. This was a mission, a Dhammic expedition, to meet people not just in passing, but in presence, to taste the lives of the villagers, to witness the textures of their sorrows and joys, and to offer them the salve of clarity. Eventually, the Buddha reached the town of Kesaputta, a prosperous settlement home to the Kalamas, a clan of noble heritage. They were thoughtful people, seekers, not easily swayed. But they were troubled. When they heard that Gautama, the sage of the Shakyas, had arrived, they gathered in numbers. Some bowed. Some just greeted him politely. Some kept their distance but listened deeply. Some sat quietly, unsure but hopeful. Then they voiced their honest confusion. Venerable Sir, many teachers come here. Each praises their own doctrine and belittles others. We are lost in a jungle of opinions. Who should we believe? Whose path is true? Whose words can we trust? And the Buddha smiled gently, as only one who's seen beyond both belief and disbelief can smile. Ah, he said, you are right to question. Doubt is not a weakness. In a world of noise, it's a sign of intelligence. He didn't hand them a commandment. He didn't say, follow me blindly. He said something that echoes across centuries, straight into your ears today. Kalamas, do not accept anything merely because it's hearsay. It's a tradition. It's written in scriptures. It agrees with your own beliefs. It's the conclusion of logic or debate. It's spoken by a teacher you admire. Pause there. Now imagine telling that to a modern influencer, or to your uncle who forwards WhatsApp philosophies every morning. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, even if it's in Sanskrit. The Buddha flips the whole thing. Don't outsource your wisdom. Test it, taste it, experience it. If something leads to greed, hatred, and delusion, no matter how shiny it looks, let it go. Buddha asked, Kalamas, when greed arises in someone's heart, does it lead to welfare or harm? They replied, harm, Bhante. And someone overwhelmed by greed, do they lie, steal, hurt others? Yes, Bhante. He continued with anger, with delusion. And the Kalamas began to see that the true test of any teaching is not in debate, but in its fruits, like mangoes. You don't need a theory to know if a mango is ripe. You just taste it. Then the Buddha flipped the mirror. Kalamas, what about when there is no greed, no hatred, no delusion? What arises then? They said, peace, clarity, kindness, Bhante. Yes, said the Buddha. These are the signs of what is wholesome. Not because I say so, but because your own heart confirms it. Live in a way that your conscience rests easy. If there is another life, you'll be born in joy. If not, you've lived beautifully in this one. Let me give you a simple metaphor. Imagine you're in a market where everyone's selling truth. One guy says, buy my belief, guaranteed salvation. Another says, my path, it comes with a free guilt trip. And the Buddha walks in and says, taste before you buy, smell the fruit, cut it open. If it's rotten, don't eat it, even if it's wrapped in gold. You see, real Dhamma doesn't ask you to kneel. It asks you to look within, to examine your own greed, your own anger, your own ignorance. It doesn't promise fireworks. It gives you a lamp. What the Kalamas realized. The Kalamas were moved, not just by the logic, but by the freedom they felt in their hearts. This man isn't selling beliefs, they whispered. He's giving us permission to trust our conscience, to walk with wisdom, to live without fear. And so, they bowed, not in blind faith, but in clear understanding. They took refuge in the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, not because of pressure, but because their own hearts bowed first. Key wisdoms to take home. 1. Don't believe just because it's ancient. Age doesn't equal truth. Just ask expired milk. 2. Question gently, live honestly. Inquiry is not rebellion. It is wisdom in motion. 3. Greed, hatred, and delusion are always toxic, no matter who packages them. 4. Peace, compassion, and clarity are the benchmarks. If a path leads there, it's Dhamma. 5. You don't need to be a monk to practice discernment. Just a human, breathing, aware, and honest. The real miracle isn't walking on water. It's walking in the world through confusion and chaos, without letting hatred rise in the heart. The real miracle isn't hearing divine voices. It's hearing your own conscience whisper, "This is not right. This is not kind. This does not lead to peace." That's the voice the Buddha taught us to listen to. So I leave you with this. In a world full of loudspeakers, may you become a listener. In a world obsessed with being right, may you remain kind. And in a world of followers, may you walk the noble path, not because someone told you to, but because you felt the stillness in your own heart say, "Yes, this is the way." Sadhu, Sadhu, Sadhu.